Morning guys, Adrian Langdale again from the Empower Fitness Network. Day 3 of my personal challenge. I actually woke up this morning with a little bit of a cold, so I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit nasal and my throat's a little bit sore. However, I'm going to push that as a positive, because I could have got up this morning gone, oh no, I'm full of cold, I'm not going to go to the gym, I'm not going to do any exercise. But I pushed through it. It's all in the mind. You know, if you're focused enough, you can achieve and push through anything that life throws at you. So, you know, a little bit of a cold, push through it, get up to the gym. I've just come back now. I'm actually going to keep this video section quite short, because I'm going to cut to a video later on how you can work out your daily calories that you need, whether it's to lose weight, to gain a bit of muscle, or whatever your personal goal is. I'm going to show you a scientific formula on how you can work out the amount of calories that you're supposed to be taking in. Okay, so I'll see you in the next section of this video. Well, hi guys, Adrian Langdale again. I said earlier that I wanted to do a quick presentation on how to calculate the calories you need for maintaining your weight and for any weight loss or weight gain regime or goals that you have. So what we're going to use is a 3-step formula. Now, I haven't designed this, but it is one of the most scientific ways to calculate the calories that you need personally for yourself. So the first step is step 1, and this is calculating the amount of calories that you need to maintain your weight without doing any physical exercise. Okay, now it looks quite complicated when you write it down, and I've put in the blog below, I've put the calculations and everything, so you can follow along and do it yourself. But I'll go through it now, and then you'll see how it works. So there's a difference between the calculations for men and women. As I said, it is a scientific approach. So we'll start with the women. So the calculation for women is, keep my weights there. The calculation for women is 655. Okay, plus 4.35 times your weight in pounds. 4.35 times your weight in pounds. Okay, plus 4.7 times your height in inches. 4.7 times your height in inches, minus 4.7 times your age in years. Okay, so again, for women, just to go through it, 655 plus 4.35 times your weight in pounds, plus 4.7 times your height in inches, minus 4.7 times your age in years. Okay, so that's for women. This is step 1, just for maintaining your current weight, the amount of calories that you need without any exercise. Okay, for men, calculation, as I said, is a bit different. Okay, so it is 66 plus 6.23 times your weight in pounds, plus 12.7 times your height in inches, minus 6.8 times your age in years. Okay, and don't worry if you can't read my writing on the board. As I said, everything's down below. I just wanted to give you a demonstration. All right, so we've got two two different. Excuse me. We've got two different calculations, one for men, one for women. So I'll now do for me. Oh, that's good. That's the magic whiteboard marker that makes the whiteboard dirtier than it should be in the first place. So look at that. That's brilliant. Ah, fantastic. Fortunately, I've got some water here. Okay, right. I'll just have a sip of that. Okay, so for me, I'm going to use the men formula, and I have written some notes here because, as I say, it's quite complicated. So I know that I am 88.9 kilos, so I'm going to call it 90 kilos. Now, first thing I need to do is get that into pounds. So it's 2.2 pounds per kilo. So times that by 2.2, which gives me 198 pounds. Okay. I'm also 5'9" tall. So I need to calculate that into inches. So that's times by 12, because there's 12 inches in a foot. Okay, and that gives me total inches of 708 inches. Excuse me. Right, now we've got those two figures, I can do the maths. So remember, it was 66 plus your weight times 6.23, which for me came out to be 1299. I'll forget the 0.37. So 1299 calories. Okay, plus 12.7 times your height in inches, so it's 12.7 times 708, which gave me 899. Okay, so I need to add those together. That gives me a total of 2132.7. We'll forget about the 0.7. Okay, and now after that, I have to minus the 4.7 times my age in years. I'm 40 years old, so 40 times 4.7 equals, where's the sum? 272. Okay, so minus 272 from the 2,132. That gives me a calorie total of 1,860 calories. So I need to eat 1,860 calories to maintain my weight without doing any exercise. Okay, anything below I'm going to be losing weight, anything above I'm going to be gaining weight. Okay, right, I'm going to learn from my last experience and wipe the whiteboard with a tissue and some water. So that's step one. Now I know I need 1,860 calories to maintain my weight. Alright, now what we're going to do is add in the exercise intensity that we're going to do. Remember, I'm on day 3 of my Empower Fitness Network challenge. This morning I was in the gym, even though I've got a bit of a cold, and I'm sorry if I'm coughing and sounding a little bit nasal, but that's life, you know, got to push through these things. So I need 1,860 calories to maintain my weight. Maintain. Yeah. Now what we're going to look at is different levels of exercise. I'll just write these figures down and I'll go through them very quickly as we move on. Okay, so if you're doing little to no exercise, you times your daily calories, so mine's my 1,860, by 1.2. So that's for light or no exercise. Okay. For 1 to 3 days of exercise, so I'll call this no exercise, and I'll call this one light. For 1 to 3 days, you times your daily calorie intake by 1.375. Okay, and then for moderate exercise, we times it by 1.55. Okay, then there's only 2 more. We've got very active, and extremely active. Okay, so for the very active, we times the daily calorie intake by 1.7, and for the extremely active, we times it by 1.9. Now, very active is 6 to 7 days a week in exercise, and extremely active is the 6 to 7 days of exercise, plus if you've got a physical job. Yeah, so it's really over the top sort of stuff. Okay, so you're timesing your daily maintenance figure by one of those numbers. That's going to give you now your total calorie intake to maintain your weight. Okay, and then the final step is to literally, I'll do mine because I'm basically 1,860 times 1.7 equals 3,163 calories, because I'm going to the gym or doing something every day. So 6 to 7 days is very active, so I'm timesing it by the 1.7 figure that we just discussed. All right. Excuse me. Now all we have to do is adjust this figure to our goal. So if we want to lose weight, we subtract 500 calories. If we want to maintain weight, we do nothing. And if we want to gain weight, we add 250 to 300 calories per day. And that's it. And I know it's a lengthy process, but you see me just go through it there. You just get a calculator, do the figures, and then you know for you specifically what your calorie target intake is. And it's very important, because if you're not monitoring what you're eating, and guys, this is all good, healthy food, okay? This is not mass processed, it's not, pizzas, burgers, chips. It's healthy food, as natural as can be. Balance your protein, your carbohydrates and your fat. Yes, you do need carbohydrates. Cut out the simple carbs. All right, no white rice, no white bread, no white pasta. Go all whole wheat, whole grain. I'll do more on nutrition later on, but make sure you're eating good food, because if you don't eat good food, releasing energy, you won't have the energy to do the workouts that you need. All right, I learned that when I was cycling a lot. You soon burn up your calories very quickly when you're doing a 60, 70 mile bike ride. So, I learned it the hard way. I was out in the middle of Wales, a massive hill, and all of a sudden, boom, my energy levels went. I was turning my legs, but I had no energy in. I was going, very, very slowly. Fortunately, I had some experienced cyclists training me, and, they say, eat some energy bars. 20 minutes later, poof, burst of energy, back in the game. So you need energy to perform your physical exercise, right? And that's why we need to do this calculation. Okay, there are others out there. You can guesstimate it, but if you want it to be accurate, you want it to be personal, you want it to be to you, try and use this formula. I've put it below in the blog. Obviously, I'll be back tomorrow with day 4's exercise. I'll see you then.